in front of a loud but unmistakably tense crowd. MLB The Show's coverage of the Major League Baseball postseason begins right here. It's the one-game American League Wild Card playoff between the Oakland A's and the Kansas City Royals. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 Kansas City Royals.
Quickly now, a look at the two men with a lot on their shoulders. Our two starters here in this wild card matchup. With that, here's Bob Melvin's lineup for the visiting Oakland A's. Steve, what has to happen if they want to survive the wild card game and move on?
Well, I'll tell you what, this team has their ace on the mound, so it's probably not going to take a whole lot of offense to get a win for them.
James Shields gets the nod here at home for the American League wildcard game. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, remember, he will show that cutter just to keep the hitter off balance and basically to keep the hitter honest. Doesn't want him sitting on certain pitches.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for Kansas City. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, you got to love having Alex Gordon in the outfield. Remember, he's a converted third baseman. It absolutely flies, gets a great jump, and really leaves it all out there out in the outfield. He's won 4 Gold Gloves in a row, 2011 through 2014. He's as good as it gets.
DJ LeMahieu is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0.
First pitch, 7:05.
Shields sets his sights. Here it is on 1-0. And he'll just watch that knuckle curve, 1-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Hit hard to short. And he's retired here, 1 away.
And this figures to be a very nerve-wracking game. I mean, both of these teams have played hard for 162 games, and now everything rides on just one game. One error, one wild pitch, one double play. Could be the difference between moving on or going home.
Craig Gentry comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. The rain, as we've mentioned, coming down fairly steadily here at game time. EK, how'd you like playing in the rain?
It wasn't that bad. The only problem, sometimes up at the plate, batting gloves would get wet while it was raining. It made it a little difficult to hit.
And that's too high, ball 2. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
And Fillmore usually gets high praise from most people for his command of the zone. He will occasionally give the pitcher just a little extra off the plate if he spots it well, though.
This is hit high and deep out to left. Gordon going back. Gone! A solo shot here to left. And the A's are on the board first, 1-0.
Well, this is the chance you take when you work up in the zone like this. I mean, this is right in his happy zone, and he jumps all over it and sends it right over the wall.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Moss. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Oh, it's so important to be able to strike first in a postseason game. Get that first run in, especially when you're the team playing on the road. Hopefully you can take a little life out of this big crowd.
And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike two.
Oh, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one.
Down 0-2 there. He knows he's got to protect the plate. He almost went around right there, but that's a good job to hold it back.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Bases are empty. One man out. Just out in front of that one. Still 2-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
And this turned out to be a question of who'd blink first. I mean, these are two elite players in this game, neither of whom will back down from anybody. That was a heck of a battle there. The good news is there'll be others to come.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
And the 0-2 here is fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. 2 out, nobody on. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. But the A's hit the board first on this solo home run. On to the bottom of the first at Kauffman Stadium. It's now 1-0 in favor of the A's. And with that, here's a look at the hometown Royals starting lineup card. What's important for this lineup as they look to earn a berth into the division series, Psycho?
Well, they're already down by 1 after the top of the first, so you've got to get yourself right back into this ball game. Punch back a little bit and see if you can get your crowd back in it.
Ryan Hill is on the mound for the visiting squad in this AL wildcard matchup. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA under 4. For a starting pitcher, that is very dependable. They're just looking for a consistent start here in this one.
And with that, let's take a look now at how the A's will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, we've got the reigning Gold Glove Award winner in left field. Great with outfield assists, covers a lot of ground, and really one of the smartest players at his position.
Jarrod Dyson comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder number 1, Jarrod Dyson.
Sent on the ground out to second. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1.
You know, there's no such thing as a routine grounder with this guy. If you take your time, he's going to be safe. He'll beat it out. So that's a nice job of getting rid of it quickly and getting him at first base.
Stepping in, Nori Aoki. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
He'd obviously love a 1-2-3 here to start the first, and after a ground out and a strikeout, he's 2/3 of the way there.
Eric Hosmer gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounded to third. Cabrera takes it in. On to Moss at first, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half. Second inning upcoming here in KC. The A's lead it 1-0. Billy Butler will lead things off here as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second.
Billy Butler.
And that's swung on and missed for strike 1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
High in the air out to center field. Dyson's there. 1 away.
Batting 6th, third baseman, Matthew Cabrera.
Striding into the box, Matthew Cabrera, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, he's just flat out a better hitter from the left side. He's a switch hitter, but it's no secret this is his favorite side to hit from.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Aoki is after it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting 7th, the right fielder number 20, Josh Reddick.
Josh Reddick into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Shields steps into his windup. Here comes the first pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. That's wide, 2-0.
It seems like he's just dancing around him so far in this at-bat. No fastballs yet. He's behind 2-0. I know what I'm looking for if I'm hitting.
2-0 count. Here it comes. Outside and low, 3-0. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count?
Maybe even taking 2.
And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Yeah, that's pretty clearly a pitch around. They didn't want any part of him. With the bases empty and 2 outs, a walk's not the worst thing in the world.
Yasmani Grandal will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Trying to jump on that first pitch changeup. That's a good pitch there to start this AB.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. A runner on first with 2 away. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Tries to dump this one out to left. In there, a base hit.
Well, that's one thing about having a switch hitting catcher in the lineup. This guy causes so many matchup problems. Comes through with a solid single here.
Jed Lowry gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Gordon is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. A's strand a couple who played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Alex Gordon strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Left fielder, Alex Gordon.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. One, 2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Gordon's down on strikes for out number 1.
I think he finally said to himself, all right, look, you've had your chances to hit that off-speed stuff, but now you get the fastball at 94. And that wound up finally doing the trick.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Bases are empty, 1 man out. swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. Reddick is there. 2 down.
Yeah, you really can't take anything for granted out there when you're playing in the rain. You got to worry about your footing. You got to worry about raindrops getting in your eyes. You got to make sure you're in the right position. But in the end, he is right there to make the play.
Mike Moustakas gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Changeup called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2.
Yeah, it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
Set to deal on 2-2. Skied into straightaway right. Reddick has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. KC down in order. They trail this one 1-0. DJ LeMahieu is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Line to the right side. And a base hit now, as that's how the third inning gets underway.
Center fielder number 3.
Craig Gentry will stand in here with a runner at first to start the inning. Now, I know both of you are more familiar with the art of hitting as opposed to the art of pitching, but on a wet night like this, who do you think this favors?
Well, I think it favors the pitcher. I know they're going to argue, well, the grip, but the ball doesn't carry on wet nights. So if I'm out there, I'm saying, look, pitcher advantage.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Shields pauses. Here's the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's set down 1 away.
Might have had visions of another home run there. This pitch is right in his wheelhouse, but he winds up swinging right underneath it and popping it straight up.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Moss, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Runners on first with 1 down. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
The 2-0 on the way. A strike, and it's 2-1. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Pitch is a called strike. The throw. It skips in, and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
And let's train our eyes on this stolen base from our high first base camera. You'll see him get a pretty good jump, and he wasn't looking back at all right there, so he gets into scoring position now with 1 out.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
And a good job here of bouncing back from that leadoff single. No back-to-back pop-ups. Nothing wrong with that.
Into the box now, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. That evens it up 1-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Well, he just threw that fastball by him. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Pulled the string on him. Strike 3 swinging. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 1 left for Oakland, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Justin Maxwell will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
First offering on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Now might be a good time to call on that two-seamer running in.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
He tried to get him to bite on that pitch, but it was way out of the zone there. It didn't even tempt him. Now he'll need to make a much better pitch here on a 3-2 count.
Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Belted high in the air out to left. Cespedes going back, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run here for Justin Maxwell. And with it, the Royals are back to even at 1 apiece.
This is just their first hit of the night, but what a hit it was. He squares up on this thing perfectly and just drives it over the wall. That had some serious hang time to
Batting
Standing in now, Barry Blanton.
Barry Blanton.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now.
And at the plate, if you've got an umpire helping you out, no reason to go after a borderline pitch on 2-0.
No outs, nobody on. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Drilled on the ground to short. Gloved by Lowry. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Rod Kurowski.
Rod Kurowski digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here.
And there you see the leadoff man on deck, and you know they'd love to get someone on base when this lineup turns over.
And this is lined softly here to the left side, but foul. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Well, he's made 5 or 6 quality pitches in this inning, but he just made the one bad one. And you can bet that's the one he's going to remember when he gets back to the dugout. Good job here, though, because he bounced back to retire the next 2 guys that he faced.
Here's Jarrod Dyson. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
It looked like he was going to try to go the other way with that thing, but a wise idea there to try to hold up.
And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitter's count here, 2-0.
3-0 now.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
And I may not know a whole lot about pitching, but what I do know is this is not the guy you want to be putting on base with a walk. That definitely puts the stolen base in order now with 2 away.
Nori Aoki in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
First pitch of the at-bat. Dyson off for second. A pitch out. The throw. Short hop, and he's there just before the tag.
Well, that's no surprise to anybody that he's running right here on the first pitch. And these guys defensively, well, they know it too. But that just shows you the kind of speed he has out there, because even with the pitch out, he's still able to steal that base.
Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2. But one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
He just can't buy a strike right now. This ball's just not going where he wants it to.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And this pitch misses here as well. Back-to-back walks now, but at least that'll put the force back in order here.
And if you're going to walk back-to-back hitters, you definitely don't want to do it to the top 2 guys in the lineup. Now you've got the heart of the order due up, and you know those guys can sense weakness from a mile away.
Eric Hosmer stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Back goes Reddick, still ranging back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. And the Royals have opened it up now 4-1.
Here comes the long ball again to bite him. The second one he's allowed here in the first 2 2/3. Tell you what, the way he's throwing right now, the third one might send him to the showers.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon.
Alex Gordon.
As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
On a great pitch there, caught in reach, and it's 1-1.
And it's hard to be patient sometimes when you see your teammates walking up there and having great at-bats. You want to get in on the act too, but you can't go helping a guy out.
Hot shot on the ground to short. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. 3 innings complete. The Royals lead it 4-1. Leading off the inning, Billy Butler, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Shields gets the sign. Coming at him with the 0-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And a rather easy first out.
Now after the 4-run inning, we'll get to see if he approaches things any differently now that he's working with the league. You figure the approach will be similar, but that's a good job anyway of getting the first out here.
Digging in, Matthew Cabrera. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Shields jumps ahead here with a good fastball for strike 1.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
And I'll tell you, being in a 2-strike hole is not the spot you want to be in against a guy like this.
Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he makes the throw to first. Cabrera is retired, 2 down now.
The right fielder, number 20, Josh Reddick.
Josh Reddick will stand in. He drew base on balls his first time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. They trail it 4-1. Salvador Perez will come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. He's got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
And they'll start in with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball, 1-0.
And for that guy right there, this is going to be an important inning. He's already given up 4 runs through 3. And you know, they need to get a minimum of 5, hopefully 6 innings out of him. So he needs to show something right here.
And he misses again, 2-0. Another 2-0 count here to begin an at-bat.
Once or twice is a pattern. More than that is a trend. And he's just not going to have much success if he keeps falling behind.
Hit out towards second. Backhanded. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He doesn't really have a chance to set himself up, so this is all arm, but he makes it look routine.
The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
Off the plate and in, it's a ball and a strike.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
4 runs, just 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Gotta say, they've done a pretty nice job laying off that tough changeup.
And I think you have to give some credit to that hitting coach. He's tried to tell him, that pitch is not going to be a strike. You got to wait and make him bring something up in the zone.
Moustakas lets it go as he'll trot down to first on ball 4.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Digging in now, Justin Maxwell. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball 1. You see anything mechanically that leaps out at you about what might be going wrong?
I just kind of think he's overthinking things out there. You hear catchers talk about telling pitchers to trust their stuff, and I think right now he's just not trusting his stuff.
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
Now, after the home run last time, you can see a more cautious approach this at-bat. They don't want to get burned again.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Swung on, missed, 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, this is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. 3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
Well, this is turning into a real dogfight now.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And a reach to his backhand side at second, but this finds a way by. Long throw to third, but too late, and he's safe at third.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Now some action in that Oakland bullpen as it looks like a lefty started to get it going down there. Throw over to first, and the runner back. Into the box now, Barry Blanton. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one.
Now at the plate, you're looking for something up in the zone. Try and keep it in the air. Make sure you don't hit into a double play.
Called strike 0-2. A lot of balls down in the zone in the last inning or so.
And I think that's in response to getting bit by those 2 home run balls. He might be a little leery of challenging guys right now, and I don't blame him. Keep it down there.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And you know, the problem with this slider, and it almost sounds stupid to say it, but sometimes it can literally move too much. I mean, it's a great pitch, don't get me wrong. But here, look at how far this thing runs in. That's a pitch that can be hard to control at times, and here it winds up costing him.
Stepping in now, Rod Kurowski, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
On the ground to second base, this could be 2. Lowry on to Moss, and they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. We're back with more of this wild card showdown after this. Yasmani Grandal will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Right down Broadway that time. Strike one. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Shot back up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Here's Jed Lowry now. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. And he falls behind 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
The 1-2 pitch. Hit hard towards second. And that's going to find the alley. Extra bases here for Lowry. Around third and being waved on home. And a relay home. And he is safe at the plate as he's across to make this a 4-2 game now.
Well, this is what happens when you allow that leadoff man to get on base. I thought they might hold him at third with nobody out, but he comes all the way around to score from first on the RBI double.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. As Shields starts him out with a strike, it's 0-1. 0-1, here's the pitch. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Two runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Hit well on the ground to first. And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
You can see the pitching coach heading for the mound. And this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. He's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
Craig Gentry strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Before the pitch, a move by Shields. And the runner back easily. Here comes the first pitch. Lays off 1-0.
Well, you know, 3 straight hits are bad enough, but now he's making things even worse by falling behind the next guy.
Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Boy, and this is why you're trying to get yourself into good hitters' counts. This is just right down the middle on 2-0, and swinging at this should be your reward, but he decides to let it go.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Moving under it, Gordon. And that's the first out of the inning. And he's just going to try to draw an airmailed throw as he heads back to third now with one away in the inning.
Yeah, that's just a wasted opportunity right there. No sense in trying to score on that ball. So he'll hold on at third with one out now.
Brandon Moss will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that's through, a base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's now a 4-3 ball game.
Nice job right there, hitting with the runner in scoring position. He just gets out in front and yanks this ball right through the hole. And that'll score that runner easily from third base.
Yoenis Cespedes will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul for strike 1. And now that Royals bullpen will get busy as we see both the southpaw and a right-hander get loose. Trying to hold the lead. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
Yeah, he got a little revenge there. He struck out twice before that, and now he gets him back with a solid base hit.
So striding in, Billy Butler, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch coming. Here it is. And the first pitch misses high here. Perhaps trying to get him to pop something up. It's 1-0.
At the plate, the worst case scenario, you got to be thinking sac fly. A grand slam sure would be nice, but you got to make sure you at least get that tying run home.
The 1-0 delivery. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run, but you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with one swing.
Bases are loaded here, one man out. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
Yeah, with one out, you got to take that, no matter how good it was.
Here it is. And this could be trouble now. It's 3-1.
Oh, with every pitch it misses, he just keeps digging himself a deeper and deeper hole.
Bases are loaded with only one out. Hot shot toward third, and that's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. And they'll hold that runner at third, so everyone moves up, and they remain loaded here with still only 1 gone.
Now you can pretty clearly see he's starting to make some mistakes in location, and they're jumping on him. Here, this is out over the plate, and he doesn't miss it. Lines it for an RBI single.
Into the box, Matthew Cabrera, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Seems like whatever was working early on suddenly is not working now.
It's almost like he's imploding right before our eyes.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Boy, that's just a nice pitch right there with the bases loaded. He gets an infield fly out of it for a big second out, and now he's given himself a much better chance to get out of this mess.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
3 runs already home here. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now.
Well, he's got a big pitch coming up here. That would be huge if he could get out of this with the game still even.
Ready with the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Oh, that's a tough take, but a good one. The pressure's still squarely on the pitcher out there. He's still got to come in.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Drilled to the right side. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And he is in there. The tag from Perez. He's out at the plate. 9 men come to the plate. 4 score. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the A's 5 and the Royals 4. Jarrod Dyson will stand in to lead things off here in what's now a brand new ball game.
Yeah, and how about that last half inning? Now it's up to these guys to respond. Maybe punch back, if you will.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. In need of a quick inning here, but he starts this one with a ball. It's 1-0.
Boy, and Mother Nature is letting us have it right now. It's coming down harder than it has all night.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul.
No, that's a foul ball.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. To first. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Well, you'll get another look at this. This ball's hit sharply, so it gets on him pretty quickly. He's able to knock it down, but they weren't going to have a play after that. That should go down as an infield single.
Nori Aoki digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. See some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up. Pitch out. Nothing doing. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. 1-1, here it is. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Nobody out, runner on first. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. Dyson off for second. Hit to short. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners with still nobody out.
Well, this is just a prototypical at-bat by a number 2 hitter. You'll see it right here. He just sees a big opening out there, and he just puts his baseball right in that big opening. Runners are at the corners now to start the inning.
Eric Hosmer strides forward to bat again, coming off a home run that plated 3 scores in his last appearance.
And that was a breaking ball that he hit. It looked like he saw it right out of the pitcher's hand so nicely. They might have to attack him with some hard stuff this time around.
Runners are at first and third with none out. Now a throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. Line toward the alley in left center. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
This team's got plenty of guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but these straight singles will do the job as well.
Mitch Weber is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here. Alex Gordon will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot, and you're stuck facing a guy like this.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Cespedes is there. He's got it 1 away.
This is a guy that doesn't really have great velocity, so when he elevates the fastball,
It can lead to big problems. He gets away with it this time, though.
Salvador Perez will step in. He's lined out and grounded out in 2 trips.
He seems to be seeing the ball okay, though, making some decent contact so far.
From the belt, kicks and deals. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Now the double steal is on here. Ground ball right side. Oh, and he takes his eye off it there as it goes right past him into right. The run scores from second. It's now a 6-5 ball game.
Third baseman, number 8.
So 2 men are on with 1 man out. And standing in, the left-handed hitting third baseman, Mike Moustakas. Now both runners are breaking. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's through into left, a base hit. The throw home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Now batting.
Justin Maxwell will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
From the stretch. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
That's not a bad idea right there. Take a pitch. Make sure you get a good look at him and what he's throwing.
Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Grounded to third. This could be 2. LeMahieu on to Moss, and they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Coverage of the wild card game rolls on after this. Yasmani Grandal steps in here to lead off the 6th as the rain continues to fall here.
Well, I'm glad I'm up in this cozy booth with you guys because it kind of looks pretty miserable down there to me.
Shields is ready. Here's the first pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. And the fastball easy to lay off that time, 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
drilled to first. Over to the bag with it is Hosmer, and he'll get the out.
Now batting the shortstop, number 12, Jed Lowry.
And with one gone now, that'll bring in Jed Lowry. Pitch on the way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Oh, what a stop on the slide. It's in time.
Whew, no problem.
The batter, number 10, second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
DJ LeMahieu digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. And here's a fastball called for strike one. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Tap foul at home plate. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. A's are gone in order. They're down 7-5. Barry Blanton will stand in here as he'll get things started for the Royals in their half of the sixth.
Baseman, Barry Blanton.
Cut fastball taken for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Well, it's been a game of offense so far, so no surprise the leadoff man's on base again. So let's see what we've got in store for us this time around.
Rod Kurowski will stand in looking to turn things around. He's struck out and bounced into a double play so far. Not such a hot start. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. And he's back standing. From the stretch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. The 2-1 on its way. Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Reddick will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Jarrod Dyson steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Runners going. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
You know, when the pitcher slide steps, he's going to get the ball to the catcher even quicker, and the guy still stole that base. That was great.
Here comes the 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. LeMahieu's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
All right, now you're looking at no way for them to manufacture a run, really. There's a guy on third now, but 2 outs. That really wasn't all that helpful.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nori Aoki. He singled his last time up.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. Right side. LeMahieu gets to it. On to Moss at first, and the inning is over. Royals leave 1. They're still up 7-5. Back here at Kauffman Stadium here in Kansas City. Royals leading this one as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do so, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Alan Crum is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
24, Alan Crum.
Craig Gentry will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Yeah, a smart pitch there. If you got him to reach for it 0-1, maybe he'll do it again 0-2.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Ready now with the payoff pitch. And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
You know, when you're holding on to a slim lead, you just can't walk the leadoff guy. I mean, those are the ones that really come back to haunt you. So he's really going to need to work towards getting a ground ball here.
Brandon Moss will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
He's set. Here it comes. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. A runner at first with no outs here. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top, and just fire that thing in there.
Now a throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Back to the mound and off his leg. Throw gets him, so they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay. So as he favors that right leg, it looks like he's going to have to come out of the game. He is coming off on his own power, however, so hopefully it's only a minor injury. Carlos Villanueva will be summoned now to take over following the injury.
Carlos Villanueva.
Yoenis Cespedes will be his first assignment out of the bullpen as he'll stand in with a runner in scoring position at second and one away.
Well, he hasn't swung the bat all that well against the other guy, so hopefully this new pitcher will give him a chance to swing it a little better. 2 strikeouts already.
Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. Now a pickoff play at second, just keeping him close.
Just checking.
1 out and a runner on second base. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase, and after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
Two 2-0 pitch on the way. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. And they'll back him off a bit with a fastball in, but it's 3-1 now.
He was hoping he'd get him to go up the ladder there, but that's going to set up an even more dangerous pitch here on 3-1.
Set. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. Runner at second here with 1 man out. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
Well, that's just some indecision there on 3 and 2. He's thinking, should I swing? You could just see him try and hold up, but by that point, he'd already broken the plane. That's an easy call.
Here's the DH, Billy Butler. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. In there, and it's even now, 2 and 2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. And the slider misses here, so he runs the count full, 3 and 2. Matthew Cabrera would be next. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back with more of this wild card showdown after this.
Your attention, please. Now
So a new pitcher is set to take over now, and it's the Washington-bred left-hander Eric O'Flaherty that gets the call. Eric Hosmer is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning.
Baseman, Eric.
Sent out to straightaway center field. Gentry is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Well, that's pretty nice. You come into a ball game, you throw one slider, and you get yourself an out. Now, that'll help you settle right into the game.
Alex Gordon will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all-or-nothing type hitters. But, hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1.
The 2015 regular season was a tough one for Alex Gordon due to those injuries. But he came back strong to contribute in the playoffs to help the Royals bring that World Series championship home.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2 and 1. 1 out, nobody on. That's going to even up the count at 2 and 2. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2 and 2. And thinking back to that Royals World Series title in 2015, there were so many contributors.
And I think that's what Alex Gordon and his teammates really understand completely. If everyone just does their job, you don't need any one player to be superhuman. Really, it's a team sport, and they exemplify exactly that.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now.
When he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. One and 2, here it comes. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. 2 out, nobody on. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
A little bouncer. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
This is turning into a great battle at the plate.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Hard hit to first. Moss comes up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Royals go down 1-2-3. They lead it 7-5. Matthew Cabrera will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
On to the 8th here as a slider is taken to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Well, this has been a bullpen game for some time now, but let's go back and review the performances of the 2 starters, neither of whom turned in an outing to remember. Kelvin Herrera will get the call here as he'll take over with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Kelvin Herrera.
Into the box, Josh Reddick. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Just missing here, 2-0.
Yeah, a little unlucky here to be behind 2-0. Those first couple of pitches haven't missed by a whole lot.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Blanton fields it cleanly on to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out. A look at our line score thus far. We're in the 8th from Kauffman Stadium with the Royals leading this one and hoping to try to salt things away. Yasmani Grandal will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight.
And, Matt, they'd like nothing more than to ignite a 2-out rally right here. Maybe scratch at least 1 across before the 9th.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hahn couldn't lay off the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
You want to talk about a live arm? This guy's got one all right.
To short, hit hard. Kurowski scoops it up. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the A's. They're down 2, 7-5. Mike Moustakas steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Third baseman, Mike Moustakas.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. They'll ride the hot hand on the mound, as this man will stay out there after the 1-2-3 inning last time around.
And the more important set of numbers is that he got that 1-2-3 against the guys hitting in the middle of the lineup, 3, 4, and 5. So now as a reward, he'll get to match up with the bottom portion of the lineup here.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
In now, Justin Maxwell. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
Chopped weakly to the left. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Barry Blanton.
Barry Blanton digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Now the pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Squared that one up just a little late. Here it comes, 0-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. Cespedes on the move. And this will wind up a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. KC down and ordered. They're still up 7-5. Greg Holland is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
56, Greg Holland.
Jed Lowry will come forward now, trying to stave off elimination as he'll get the first crack at things here in their half of the ninth.
It's so hard to believe that everything they've worked for all season long comes down now to these final 3 outs.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Holland's ready with the 1-1 pitch. On a hole now as he swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2 now.
And that splitter, it's only coming in around 86, but it's really falling through the zone.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
Up next for Oakland, second baseman.
Let's check the grip on that last split-fingered pitch.
You can see how wide his fingers get across the top of the baseball, and that's what gives it the backspin needed to be effective.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. A 1-0 delivery. That's inside. 2-0. Too high as he misses again here, and it's 3-0 now.
He's definitely looking fastball there, and you know, he got one, but good recognition not to go up and chase it.
Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. And that misses as well. Ball four, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
Well, as a closer, you don't want to walk anybody, but obviously that's not always going to be the case. So with one away, that gives these guys renewed hope.
Craig Gentry strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Their fastball here as you'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. The win would go to James Shields if our score stays where it is. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Oh, tough to catch up when it's moving like that. The pitch, a fastball off his glove, and it bounds away. And he'll be safe at second base. Good instincts to take off there on what will likely be ruled a passed ball.
With the passed ball there, that'll take away the possibility of getting a double play to end the inning. So that could come back to bite him.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Brandon Moss will stand in, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. And there's ball one. 2 out here and a runner at second. This one softly hit and fouled off to the left, and that moves the count to 1-2 now. A sold-out crowd of 39,000 on their feet here in KC. And a fly ball, and this should do it. Dyson is there. makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
Well, I really think that having home field advantage here made a huge difference. And these guys are going to wind up surviving this one-game wild card playoff. So now it's down to the division series, where they're going to come into that game with just a little bit of momentum.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So for Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. We're just getting started, folks. You've been watching the American League Wildcard Game on MLB The Show.
Our final line score tonight. First, for the victorious Kansas City Royals, 7 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Athletics, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 34 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Kauffman Stadium, 40,793. The Royals thank you for attending and remind you to buckle up and drive home safely.